Good evening. Good evening, good evening. Welcome to One Crafty Sister. We're gonna let the video populate in your feed for just a second, and I'm gonna check to make sure that we're going live in the right place. Hope you guys are having a great night. All right, it looks like I'm in the right place. So hello. My name is Jennifer Hill with One Crafty Sister, and this is my crafty share for the week on my Facebook Live. So I come here every Tuesday night to share fun projects with you, to hopefully inspire you, give you ideas, maybe teach you a thing or two. Or just have some time to share some fun things. So if you are here, or when you are here, just go ahead and pop a comment into the comments below. Just say hi, let me know where you're tuning in from. I may not respond while I'm recording this video because I get distracted by comments. So I don't always pay attention to them. But I do want to hear from you, and I will comment after I am done with this video. So while I'm here tonight, I just wanted to share some of the exciting things that are going on in the Stampin' Up! World today. Today is the very first day of the new Stampin' Up! Year. And so it is Happy New Year! So it might not feel like a new year for you, but for everyone who's a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, this is definitely our new year today. October 1st starts the brand new Stampin' Up! Fiscal year. So it's an exciting day as we kind of wipe a slate clean, put the past year behind us, and start on a new year of our Stampin' Up! Journey. So I'm excited about all the things that are going to happen in this next year. I'm excited to share more with you. I'm excited to grow the Craftastics team. I'm excited to just continue to craft more. So welcome to the new Stampin' Up! Year. So there are some exciting things going on to kick off the Stampin' Up! Year. Okay, so I'm going to tell you about those little house cleaning before we get into stamping. So number one, we have an awesome special for you to join my Stampin' Up! Family. So if you love Stampin' Up!, you love the products, I always say the best deal is the starter kit. Well, it's always the best deal. And when they make it even better, then you don't want to miss out on it. So right now we have a starter kit special from October 1st to October 31st, where you can get the same awesome deal, $99 plus tax, free shipping, for $155 worth of product. You get to pick anything you want. And the cool thing is we have a lot of pre-order products that you haven't seen yet that are available as of today. So you would get early access to those products that you can add to your starter kit, and see some of the really cool new stuff that we have. We have some really awesome Valentine products that just came out for our online exclusives that'll be launching next month to our customers. We have we had a lot of things that launched today. So just a little perk to signing up now is you get early access to products. So if you are looking for a crafty family to share this journey with, come join the Craftastics. We have a monthly team meeting that we share. You get to make 4 projects every team meeting. We do training, we learn from each other. We also have fun Zooms and all kind of other things that you can take part in. So we would love to have you come along on our crafty journey. So that's one thing that happened today. Number 2, we have 2 brand new kits that launched today. And in the video description, there's a link to the kits page to go check them out. There is a really cool journal and a card kit. So you'll want to go check those out, because also today, all of our kit collection kits are on sale. some up to 30% off. So you'll want to go check those out so you can see which ones you need to add to your collection, which ones you like. And remember, our kits collection are while supplies last. So you don't want to sit on those if you see something that you really like, because it's kind of like Sam's Club. You never know when they're going to disappear. So even we don't always know when that's going to happen. So take a look there. And check out the options and see what strikes your fancy. Now, tonight, I'm going to share 4 fun cards with you tonight that kind of follow along the same style as the cards I shared last week, which are easy, fun cards that are not super overly complicated to create. And I like those kind of cards because it means that you can whip them up and get them out, and they're cute, but they're not super duper hard. So I'm going to share 4 cards with you, and I have a special tonight from today until Monday, October 7th. When you place an order of $40 or more, which is easy to do if you go check out those kits, those 2 new kits and the other kits that are on special, you will get a kit to make all 4 of the cards I'm going to share with you tonight. You'll just need your own inks and stamps, but I'll send the card kits to you in the mail next week. So I'm getting ready. Yesterday was the last day for last week's special. So I'm getting ready to package those up and get those out in the mail. And I have lots of things to get in the mail because I'm a little behind on getting some things out in the mail. So look for lots of things in your email inbox and in your mailbox because I have a busy week of getting things out to you. So how about we do some stamping? All right, let me turn the camera down. Okay, so we are going to start out with a card that is just, I don't even know how to explain it. Adorable, adorable. So we are going to make a cute pumpkin card, and you might have known that I am still loving the More Than Autumn bundle. It is just super adorable, and I can't get over the fun images. But it's all these sentiments too that I love. This was my card club this last month, just this last weekend. So if you were there, I'll just give you a sneak peek really fast because I think I do have 2 kits left of this card club. So if this is something you're interested in, just comment below card kit and I'll reach out to you or say I'd like one of your extra card kits. I think I have 2 left over. So just to show you. These quick, cute cards that we made this weekend at Card Club, and this is a sliding gatefold card, so if you want to know how to make one of those, super adorable. These, you'll make 2 of each cards, and you'll get a whole pack of this awesome, adorable paper that you see here, which is the Celebrations. It's this one. Iconic Celebrations. You'll get a whole pack of this, plus a whole pack of embellishments in your kit. So just tell me in a comment below that you'd like an extra card kit, and I will send you the information. It's $34 plus shipping. So if you are local, it's $34 and you can pick it up. If you are long distance, then it's an extra $8. So it will be $42 to ship it to you. Okay? All right. So More Than Autumn. This adorable card that we're going to make was inspired by a card I saw from another demonstrator named Tracy Bauer. She made a cute card, and I don't know if you've seen this yet, but I have three pieces of something here. Does anyone know what this is? Can you tell me what this is? I'm going to show you what it is. This is the body of the Bee Builder Punch. And we are going to turn these 3 bee bodies into the most adorable pumpkin. Okay? We are going to turn it into the most adorable pumpkin. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to trim off 2 of these stingers. And I do need a piece of grid paper. I got my grid paper really quick, just a small piece. And we are going to do some blending on here first, just to give these some detail. So I have a blender brush here, and I'm gonna take and pick up a little, this is pumpkin pie. And I'm just going to blend around the edges to just give it some nice detail. And almost done with this part. So whenever I blend, I always start off of my paper on my grid paper, and I come in, and that's so you don't get a big blotch of ink in the middle of your project where you don't want it. I'm just going to keep adding till I feel like I have it the color I want. I think that looks good. Good enough. Okay. So we have those 3 pieces. Now this piece still has the little bee stinger, and we're just going to cut off the tip like that, and we are going to take a Stampin' Blend, and we are just going to color it in to make it look like the little stalk at the top of your pumpkin. All right, so now I'm gonna add a little adhesive to the back of this one, and I'm going to layer these together. What's fun about this is you can make your pumpkin skinny or fat. You can kind of have a little bit of flexibility with what you do. There is my pumpkin, looking a little cute. All right, we have some other products here. We have our card base. Let's go ahead and burnish that there. And I have a piece of Pretty Peacock that has been embossed with the plaid embossing folder. It is called Forever Plaid 3D, and this thing is big. I think I've shown you guys this before, but if you're new here, you might not. This is big enough to do 2 full, either like a half of a piece of cardstock or 2 full layers for a card in the folder at the same time. Or if you want to use it for scrapbooking layers, you have just more surface. Like, it's this big. Look how big it is. So it's really big. And it makes a really gorgeous plaid design. So we're going to add this to the front of our card. Nice little border there. So just as you see all the supplies coming out, this is how you would receive them in your card kit that you get from me when you place that $40 order with this month's host code. There is a host code shared in the comments. I'm sorry, in the video description, so you'll want to use that. In order to qualify to get the special. Okay, so I have this piece of paper. I forgot I wanted to just put a little bit of blending on it. This is what's going on the inside of my card. So I'm just giving it a little bit of color, and you can see it goes a long way, the ink that you're blending brush picks up. So this is going to go on the inside of my card. So we haven't really talked much about it here, but I hope that everyone watching is safe and unharmed from the hurricane that came through the southeast. We did have just some power outage and lots of limbs down, but nothing major damage at our house, which I'm very thankful for. But I know that that's not the case for everyone, and I am just devastated by what I see for other places that were just demolished, whether it's here on the coast of Florida or if it's up in North Carolina, Tennessee, northern Georgia. It really is just heartbreaking to see the devastation caused by this storm. So I hope that you were not injured or your home damaged. I learned from a customer of mine today that lives here in Gainesville that she and her husband were sleeping and a large tree fell on their house and through the roof into their bedroom. Very, very scary. Very scary. And so I could not believe that. I think I'm going to try to do this all at one time. I'm putting these stamps together. So our card is going to say, grateful it's finally pumpkin season. But I think I can do these all at once, so I'm going to try. So, but yeah, I am just so sad to see all this devastation. So I hope that it did not impact any of you. Okay. I am using a piece of this gorgeous paper. Now this is from the Regal Distressed Patterns. So this is what it looks like. It comes with these plaids. There's this white and gold plaid, or vanilla and gold, and there's also a cherry cobbler. These are single-sided specialty designer series paper, and you get 2 of each piece in the pack. And I am using this because this is Pretty Peacock. I'm using this on the bottom here. That's going to go behind our pumpkin. I just want to make sure. I think that looks good. Okay, I'm going to stamp my sentiment at the top here. Grateful it's finally pumpkin season. And I'm going to adhere this. I know that the recovery for a lot of these locations that were hit so bad is just going to take years. This is not a clean up in a month kind of storm. Oh, that's a little low, huh? Hold on. I think I might want to adjust my stamped image to be a little higher. It looks a little low. I'm going to flip it over, turn it upside down, and clean this off real quick. And I am going to stamp them separately. I think that'll be better. There's always 2 sides to your paper, so never fret if you make a mistake. Everyone makes mistakes. It is okay to make mistakes. It's okay. Grateful it's finally pumpkin. Sometimes you can't get the stamps as close together as you want. Oops. Just due to the edge of the stamp. To be able to do them all together like that. good. Okay. Grateful it's finally pumpkin season. There we go. Now, add this. And then this is going to be adhered to a piece of pecan pie cardstock. Now, if you're on my email list, these tutorials will go out tomorrow, so you'll have measurements for all the pieces. So if you're not on my email list, there is a link in the video description for that as well. And you'll want to make sure that you get added to my email list. So I will check before I send the email list, before I send the tutorials out, I always check to make sure if there are any new people that need to be added after completing the form that is linked. So the form lets you kind of enroll for a few different types of communication from me. All right, so I'm putting this up on dimensionals here. And then I have this little cute pumpkin that's also going to go up on dimensionals. Like so. And then the pumpkin needs a bow, of course, because I love my bows. So I've got some linen thread here, and I am going to take enough to do a double bow. So I'm just going to tie the double bow. Good. Oops. My little scissor charm was catching on my scissor handle. Okay, so this is going to be added on with a mini glue dot. And the original card that I was inspired by, they had this fun, which is one of my favorite ribbons, this fun vanilla and black large checked ribbon kind of in a bow up here. That could also work if you don't have linen thread handy, but you should always have linen thread handy. It's like a staple. There are a couple things that I feel like every one of you should just have. Linen thread, Memento Tuxedo Black ink, a take your pick tool, and a bone folder and snips. Those 5 things, and adhesives, but like those 5 things are like essentials. Essentials. Okay, so obviously it looks like I need to shorten these little tails out a little bit. We don't need them so long. Ooh, just pulled my bow. All right. So, because it is October 1st, it really truly is pumpkin season, right? It could be spooky pumpkin season. You could make this in a whole different color combination and put like a little jack-o'-lantern face on here. That would be super cute. You could use some of the new Halloween DSP that's from our scrapbook line that you can find in our memory keeping section of my website. That would be adorable as well. All right. So there is your cute little pumpkin season. Again, this card was inspired by demonstrator Tracy Bauer. I loved her card so much, I had to make it again. Love, love. Okay, let's see what's next. As I clean up real quick for the next card, we are going to make. All right, so our next card, not fall inspired, but definitely something that you can use all year round, is we are going to make a Magnolia Mood card. Now you could make this card with any stamp set that has a large flower design. So even though I'm making this with this stamp, you are not locked in to using just this stamp. So if you're like, Jennifer, I don't have that bundle, that is okay. Because I know you have something else in your stash maybe, or maybe you love the bundle and you order it and then you get your card kit for free anyway. But if you don't worry. You have something that you can use in your craft room, I'm sure of it. So I am going to use this big one though. So I'm going to take and put that big stamp on here. This is, if you can see this here, it says anti-purple stamp dies. I borrowed this from my sister Debbie, who she is anti-purple because she loves everything purple. So that is how she marks her things. I do not have this bundle, but you know, sometimes don't you have friends that maybe you share with? For sure, I imagine that you do. Okay, we have a card base here. I'm going to go ahead and fold this and give it a nice burnish with my bone folder. And, oh, I need a couple other stamps out of here. I need this stamp and this stamp. So we need this. We are going to make a birthday card because we always need some birthdays. All right. I am going to start out with stamping on the inside layer of my card. Oops, throwing my gems around. I have some Mossy Meadow ink here, and we're going to take this Magnolia pod. I forgot my card is not a portrait card. I'm going to stamp it right here. So I love the detail in this stamp set. It is just really pretty. And you'll see it also as I stamp some of the other things. Let's go ahead and get this happy birthday stamped here. And then we're going to stamp our large Magnolia. We are going to stamp this in the corner here. All inked up well. With larger stamps like this, if you have a problem getting them sufficiently inked, sometimes I like to turn it upside down and just bring the ink right to that. And I'm going to stamp this right about there. All right. Now, I have my trimmer. I'm done stamping, so I'll go ahead and put that ink up. So you need either your Simply Scored or your Stampin' Up! Trimmer with your scoring blade. Okay, so we're going to score here. And let me just, what we are going to do is we're going to create a frame all the way around this card. I'm trying to decide if I want to do 3/4 of an inch or 1/2 inch. Sometimes it looks different. Let's check something. I'm gonna do 1/2 inch. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I've taken and I've placed the edge of my cardstock at the 1/2 inch mark. Now this piece is 4 inches long. So I'm gonna come in a 1/2 inch and I'm gonna score down basically just to where I'm meeting the stamped image. So let me see, I need to score just a little bit lower. So what I've done here, if you can see, let's see, can you see that right there? I've scored down to the stamped image. Now I'm going to turn it counterclockwise, just one turn. This is 5 1/4 long, so I'm going to go to 4 3/4, which is 1/2 inch in, and I'm going to score all the way down to the 1/2 inch line, like this. Okay. I'm going to turn once again and do the same thing. Come in 1/2 inch, so this is 4 inches. I'm going to go to the 3 1/2 inch. Score down to 1/2 inch and go back. And then I'm going to turn one last time. And I'm going to score from the magnolia where it's stamped here. Now on the scoring blade, there are little lines here. So where that line is on the side, I'll pick it up for you guys to see. You see where this line is here? That is where the scoring blade is. Okay, so if you look for where this magnolia stamping is, it's about right there where that little line is a good guesstimate. I can kind of come down here, go back, look, oh, yeah, I got it perfect. So now I have this frame. You can see it there, huh? I can see that. Can you see that? How there's the frame all the way around. Just a neat way to add a little added detail to a card layer. So we're going to add this on here with some dimensionals. And it doesn't add any extra bulk or weight to your card. So if you are needing to be frugal with your supplies, this is a really cool way. Or if you're just looking for cool ways to use up your cardstock, it's also a good thing to do. Okay. And you can do it with a tool that you already have in your craft room. Okay. That's going to go right there. This piece is going to go on the inside. Here, and that detail is just really so beautiful. And this is a really simple card to make. Okay, now the last step we're going to do is we are going to fancy cut this sentiment. I did not do it beforehand, so you get to watch me do this. So you might call this fussy cutting. I recently had someone call it fancy cutting, and I'm like, oh, that is a much better way to call it. You know, lead with the positive. And it's very trendy, so if you want to be trendy, if you care about that kind of stuff, it's trendy in the crafting industry. And so I mostly move my paper more than my scissors. I am moving them a little bit to cut, and I'm not being exact with them. I'm not cutting it out as perfect as a die, and that's okay. I just like to, when I have extra that I can get off, I like to get the extra off so I don't have as much in the way. Almost done with this one. All right. Trim this one a little better. Okay, so we have our happy birthday cut. I'm going to take some mini dimensionals, just place them on here. Oops. I need something even smaller, so I'm going to just take and trim. I always use these edges to trim off little strips because sometimes you need just a little strip. So this is going to go here, and it's kind of overlapping the stamped image and the frame a little bit. Okay, and now we need some bling. So I'm going to use the Petal Pink and Pretty Peacock foil gems, but I'm just using obviously the Petal Pink ones. So I'm going to take out my handy dandy take your pick tool. And add my gems. And I tell you, I didn't do any envelope stamping on the last one, but we really need to put this beautiful magnolia on this envelope before I put this up. Let's just bring this back out because this needs a matching envelope. Now, if you're like looking at this, Jennifer, and you're like, oh, Jennifer, it needs like something else. It needs something else. Something that you can do is you can take your Stampin' Write markers and use the brush tip and do some speckling or splattering on here. If you don't like all that empty space, so then you have that, and you can do the same thing on your envelope across your flower. Look at that, you can see that really well, huh? So that's another great technique for adding additional detail. And you don't have to use this color, like you can do this with any color. You can even just do it with black, and also white, using your white craft ink is a fun way, mostly on darker colors, but still a fun way to add that additional detail. So there is a Magnolia mood card. So here are our 2 cards so far. All right, 1 second as I clean up again and reset for the next card. and pull out all right, I'm missing a stamp set. What's it called? It's okay. Move on to this. I got this one. Okay, so there are two of your 4 cards. All right, let's set those aside. Okay, next up, we are going to use some of the beautiful Splendid Autumn Designer Series paper, because this paper is back in stock, guys. Like, if you were waiting for this paper to be back in stock, it is. I looked today, and this, let me just give you a quick tour of this paper. It's gorgeous. Each piece is like a little painting of all these beautiful autumn. This is a lane with trees, and the backgrounds are so pretty as well. Beautiful scenery. It's just so dang pretty. This is the piece we're going to use today for this card. Here's another beautiful autumn tree. I mean, if you love scenery, these, like, look at these Black-Eyed Susans. Beautiful. Beautiful. If you love scenery paper, this is gorgeous. It's obviously, it's 6x6 paper. It really makes for some gorgeous cards. So, back in stock. If you need to write down the number, this is 164173. That's the product number, but you can always just search Splendid Autumn in the online store. Any of the items that you need, just search in the online store Splendid Autumn, and it will show you what it is. Stick it back here. Okay. All right, so let me show you what we are going to do with this. First off, we're going to use a die. Now this card, I did see a card similar to this made by Melissa Matisevich. I hope I didn't kill her last name. But I saw this and I'm like, I have to make one of these cards because it's just so beautiful. So I am using the Gone Fishing dies here, okay? And there is a die in there. This is for the tackle box, right? So we are going to use this to cut out not only a piece of this paper, but also a piece of cardstock that matches with my card base. So I'm going to pull the cut and emboss out up here, and I am going to cut them at the same time. So I am going to layer the Designer Series paper on top. And for my card, I want to make sure that the two kind of hinge spots on the tackle box lid are over to the left, because this is the manner in which I want my paper pattern to be displayed. So I think that's good. And I'm feeling back here to make sure that I have this over both pieces of paper properly. So I'm going to place it on my cut and emboss, cutting them both out at the same time. We'll see what we're going to do. It's a little harder to push through when I have two pieces going through at the same time. All right, so this is my leftover part of it. We're going to take, we've got this, 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 and this, okay? This is trash here. This is the outer piece of my crumb cake. And then I also have the crumb cake pieces that were also cut. And now you have these two frames that you could do another project with. We're not going to use these for the current project, but you could do something with them. Okay. All right, so now we have, there's my scene, okay? We are going to use the So Sincere stamp set. And we are going to use the You're in My Heart and Prayers stamp. Let's see here. And what I'm going to do to show you is I'm going to stamp my sentiment. I'm trying to decide, do I want it on that or this? I'm trying to decide if I want it like that. Like that. It's like a little puzzle. Or do I want it like that? I think I'm going to do this. A little bit different than my original one. I'll show you the other one I did. Okay, so I have a card base. I have a layer of fresh freesia and a layer of crumb cake. And we are going to take and adhere these two together. And then adhere them to our card base. Okay. And then we are going to lay, well, first of all, let me go ahead and stamp my sentiment on this piece. So I'm going to stamp with Night of Navy because there's lots of navy undertones in this paper. If you can see that, lots of navy undertones. Okay. You're in my hearts and prayers. And if you don't have this stamp set, the So Sincere, it is a great stamp set. Great stamp set to add to your collection. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is take and lay these out in order here. Who would have thought of using the fish and tackle box for a beautiful grid card like this? And I honestly don't know if Melissa Matasevich, I don't know if that's how you pronounce her last name. See, this is how I wrote it down. Melissa, yeah. I don't know if she was the first person that ever did this, because sometimes what happens is we demonstrators see it and everyone makes it. It becomes popular. And that could have happened here. Okay, so you kind of lay it out in its grid pattern like that, and then we're going to adhere them down. Now I'm going to use liquid glue so that I have a little bit of wiggle room. But this is such a fun little technique. Now you could totally do this just by cutting your paper. You could cut a pattern out. It wouldn't be rounded edges like this, but still you could totally cut this out. But this is a great little layout for multiples. So we're just going to put the sentiment up on dimensionals. Like so. And look at that. That beautiful piece of paper turned into a little piece of art. Now I'm trying to decide, it's not enough for that, but I could take and trim this down and add it to the side of my envelope. Just go ahead and do that. Yeah, that'll be pretty. That will be very pretty. So I can see how much I need. Sticking to my fingers. And then turn, oh, I put it on the wrong side. Let's see if I can get it up. Benefit of using Seal instead of Seal Plus is that sometimes it's not quite set yet. Whew. And you just want to use some kind of adhesive remover to get that extra adhesive off. Stampin' Up! Used to sell these. We don't anymore, but I will tell you, they sell a pretty good comparable item at the Dollar Tree here in the US. So if you have a Dollar Tree next to you, go to the craft section and you can pick one up for $1.25. Okay, that's about it. Okay, this is the proper side of my envelope. All right. There we go. I'm going to take your snips and trim this off. And now you have a beautiful matching envelope. All right. There is card number 3. Now, when you place your order and I send your free card kit, you may have different paper. I will cut this out already for you. So if you don't have that die, you will still get these pieces cut out. But that Gone Fishing die, I mean, it's worth it to buy the dies just to be able to do this for years to come, because it's such a great layout. Okay, we have one more card. It's pretty sweet and simple. This stamp up. We are going to use this stamp again, but I think we're going to use Your Kindness is Appreciated. Is this it? Have I not? Wow, I haven't used that stamp out of here yet. Holy moly. Well, we're going to put it together right now. Okay. This one. Oops. So I like to take my stickers off and stick them to a clear block and then turn the block over to where I can see and stick it down. I don't have it on very straight on my block. Okay. So again, this is the So Sincere stamp that I'm using here, stamp set. And we are going to use some white cardstock, lots of white, and the Regal Winter Designer Series paper. This is another beautiful patterned paper, which I have a bunch of scraps here because I'm running low on it, but you can see all these beautiful floral prints and some plaid designs. You can see more than one color. I love these beautiful florals. There's some solid color florals as well. Just really pretty. All of my team got some of this paper at our last team meeting. Now this is 12 by 12 paper, but I have it cut down into 6 by 6 because that is how I gifted this. Now let's see, am I missing one of my squares? There it is. Okay, so we are going to do some stamping. We're also going to do a little bit of scoring again. So just kind of reinforcing what a fun and easy technique scoring can be. We're going to take and score some lines on here. So I'm going to take and go in 1/2 inch, and I'm going to score 6 lines. One, I'm going to go 1/4 inch. 2, I'll go another 1/4 inch, 3, 1/4 inch, 4, 1/4 inch, 5, 1/4 inch, 6, is that? We'll do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did. I need one more, I think. There. So 7, not 6. Okay. So I've done that, and I'm going to actually turn it over so I'm using the raised side. Can you see those lines there? And I'm going to add it to this piece of white. This has some white on white. This was actually one of the cards that we made at our team meeting this last month. Hello. Are you running out? No. All right, something's not right here. Something's not right. Another one. Pretty sure I ran out last week on my live as well. I use a lot of adhesive around these parts. Okay. There we go. Okay, this is going to go right on here. And we're going to pop this up on some dimensionals. Let's see. A fresh new sheet of dimensionals. Yes. All right, so we're almost done here. And so if you did not join me from the very beginning, just to recap a few things, today is the first day of the Stampin' Up! Year. So Happy New Year! We also have an amazing kit sale going on right now. So all of our kits, our kit collection kits, are up to 30% off. So you'll want to take, and there is a link in the video description that takes you right to the kit collections page, so you can go check out which ones are available and how much they are on sale. I love our kit collection, and we just got 2 new ones today. So when you open up that page, the top 2, they should be the top 2, like whatever's the newest usually defaults to the top. Oh, I forgot to stamp my sentiment. Oh, Lordy, Jennifer. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold up. This is the third card I've had to take apart. All right. I am going to have to take this off. That's okay. It's going to be okay. All right. I'm going to set that aside. I'll stamp the sentiment in a second. We have 3 little squares here, and we have a 3-inch strip of paper, designer series paper. It's 3-inch by 1 inch. So we are just going to, no, it's 1 1/4 inch. I'm sorry. It is, yeah, 3 3/4 by 1 1/4. So we're going to cut these in 1/4 inch squares. And I'm going to make sure that I keep them in order so that the pattern will carry. Alright, so let's turn these around. There's that. Here's my squares. Add some adhesive to it. Pretty sure that's how it goes. Okay. So we have that kit special. We also have an amazing join special or starter kit special right now, where you can get all the benefits of being a demonstrator. You don't have to do classes or Facebook Lives like me, but if you want to, the opportunity is there, and I'm happy to guide and lead you along the way and share my knowledge and help you and support you and cheer you on. That special right now is you get $155 worth of anything you want, including early access to new online exclusives. $155 worth for $99 plus tax, no shipping, free shipping. So that is an awesome deal. It's always the best deal, even when it's not loaded up like this. Oops. So I would love to have you join my team and kick off this new Stampin' Up! Year with a bang. All right, we are going to layer these on here, but I'm going to stamp my sentiment here, but I'm going to put these on first. So let's see. Kind of lay them out first before I stick anything down. Rub it down. There's the first one. I always add the 2 outer pieces first so I can kind of get them in the right spot, and then the middle one you can adjust a little if you need. So this is a really fun card layout idea to make with your scraps. And if you have a lot of note cards laying around, this is also a great layout to do on a note card. We're adding it to a full-size card, but you can add it to a note card. All right, I'm going to take and add the sentiment. Your kindness is so appreciated. I'll do it right there. Now we're going to add this to our card base. Now that it's stuck like chalk. Let's see, we need, oh, look at that. I had ink on my finger. We are going to turn this over and make this the back of our card. We'll fix that. I'll fix that later. Let's make sure I get the ink off my fingers so I don't do it again. All right. Where is that? So simple, yet so pretty, right? Let's get this off. All right, no one will really see the back, will they? And then, yeah, so your kindness is so appreciated. So there is card number 4. So let's pull these out. So we'll just leave them with their envelopes. We've got that pretty card. Got our pumpkin card. Let's do this. And our magnolia card. Which one is your favorite? The 3-panel or 3-square card, the Magnolia Mood birthday card, the Gone Fishing grid card, or the More Than Autumn and the cute little pumpkin card? Tell me in the comments which one is your favorite. Which one is your favorite? Kind of digging that one. I mean, I like them all. I don't normally make cards I don't like, but really digging that one. It's just so pretty. So you will get the supplies to make all 4 of these cards when you place a $40 order between now and Monday, which is October 7th. Oh, and October 5th, Saturday, is World Card Making Day. So if you are in the Gainesville area, I have 1 seat available to our World Card Making Day party. I'm having a fun party with my team member, Kathy Arlinghouse. We're doing this event together, and we have 1 spot left. So if that's something you would want to come to, we would love to have you. It is at noon on Saturday. And we'll have lots of fun snacks. We're going to have games. You're going to get some presents. We're going to have door prizes. So lots of fun. And like I said, 1 seat left. So would love to have you. So just comment World Card Making Day and I'll send you the info. If you are not in town, or even if you are, Stampin' Up! Is hosting a streaming World Card Making Day event at 4 p.m. Eastern time. That's the Eastern time. I'm trying to think. So it's 6 p.m. 2 p.m. Whatever. It's 4 p.m. Eastern time. I know my time zone. And it's a 1-hour event. And you'll want to register for that. So if you, I don't think I added that to the video, but I will add that. The reason why you want to register is because they say you're going to get a prize. You're going to get something fun. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's going to be a coupon. I don't know. I'm trying to remember what they did last year, but you're going to learn some fun card making skills maybe. Or just be inspired. So thank you guys for joining me for Tuesday Night Live. I hope that you will be here again next week for another fun session of Tuesday Night Live. And I appreciate you. Thank you so much. You guys have a great night. Bye.